Welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. It's a special night. It is Empanada Eve. Empanadas, a gift given to us by the Spaniards. They brought it to Central and South America, and in Central South America, they just did amazing things with them. There are more different kind of fillings than you can think of for empanadas. What we're going to be doing is a take on a traditional Argentine empanada. So I've spared you all the chopping, and there was a lot of chopping. So what I have here, and I'll tell you, it's twice that's what's in the recipe because of the amount of ground beef that I had. I just ended up doubling it. Grandkids are coming. These things are fantastic, right out of the fryer or leftover, warmed up, not warmed up. They're incredible. So you can't have too many empanadas. So what we got here is about 2 pounds of finely diced sweet onion. We have about 12 scallions, white part and the greens are separated. We have a red bell pepper that's been finely diced. We have about 6 cloves of garlic that have been minced. We have our 3 pounds of aged ground beef, as we made in the video a few episodes ago. And then we got our seasoning. We got paprika in here, we have cumin, we have a pinch of sugar, and we have red pepper flakes. And then traditionally, the way that an empanada is made in Argentina, you get 1 green olive and several raisins per empanada. Well, we cooked them here before and did it the traditional way, and everybody enjoyed that olive bite so much they said, hey, why don't you cut those olives down and spread them out amongst all of the empanadas? So that's what we're doing there. And we're skipping the raisins this time. Some liked them, some didn't, so we'll just go without them. And then, of course, we have our Wagyu beef tallow. So we're going to take all these things, get them a-cooking, make the filling tonight, let it sit overnight, let those flavors come together, and then tomorrow we'll be making some empanadas. So let's get started on the filling. Okay, so got the beef tallow in the skillet. Let's get some fire on it and get those innards going. As soon as we get this melted up, we'll start adding some more magic. So as I said before, we've got about 3 pounds of aged ground beef to use in it. So as far as traditional Argentine empanadas go, the rule is about an equal amount of beef and onions in weight. So between the sweet onions and the green onions, we have about 3 pounds of those also. So it's going to seem like a lot of onions, but oh my God, when they come together, you will know it's worth it. Tallow's ready. In with the onions. Pound of sweet onions. 2 pounds of sweet onions. Ha, 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 ha. And the whites of the green onions. And we'll get those cooked down a bit. You can see those onions have already lost about 25% of their volume. Need to go a little bit further because we have a lot more to add to this skillet. All right, we're getting closer here. So now we're going to make a little garlic sanctuary in the middle here. Get all that garlic in there. Let that mingle with the beef tallow until we start smelling that strong aroma. Ah, there we are. Now in with the peppers. Mix and cook some more. Now we're going to start to put our beef in there, breaking it up into little pieces. And the ground beef that we're using, if you watch the picture of ground chuck, ground brisket, and ground aged ribeye, specifically the Pelicile. Wash the paws and get that stirred in. Doing our best to break every bit of that ground beef up that we can. We're about halfway through the cook, so time for the spices, the red pepper flakes, the sugar, the cumin, and a whole lot of paprika. It smelled amazing before. When that paprika hit it, it just went 4 more levels. That would be levels on the empanada scale of awesomeness. The umami aroma too of that aged ground beef, plus that paprika, plus the onions, plus the garlic. Out of this world. All right, final 2 ingredients. Don't so much want to cook these as just get them mixed in. So in go our green olives and our scallion tops. Beef is cooked, everything's mixed up. At this point, We're just going to turn off the flame, set it aside, let it cool, get it in a container, get it in the refrigerator overnight, and then tomorrow, this beautiful stuff goes inside those fantastic empanada wrappers. See you then. Here we are on Empanada Day. The filling has been sitting overnight. It is time to make the magic happen. So here is today's empanada plan. I made up enough filling for about 50 empanadas. I'm only going to torture you with about 6 of them. But with those 6, we're going to get those made, get them all sealed up, and then I'm going to cook 3 of them in a regular fryer and 3 of them in an air fryer. And we'll see, are they as good? I have my empanada shells out here. I got my filling. I got a rolling pin in case I need it. Basically, you only need it if, okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I am using pre-made empanada shells. I got these from the Asian grocery store, but you can also get them from a Mexican grocery store. You may luck out and be able to get them at your regular grocery store. From the research that I did when I was learning how to make empanadas, if you use pre-made, it was unanimous. Everybody said Goya is the way to go. That's what we did last time. They came out absolutely incredible. So that's what we're using this time. A little more about the research. After I get done cooking these and then taste them on the video and tell you how wonderful they are, then I'm going to sneak into my refrigerator and pull out some chimichurri sauce that I made last time that we made empanadas. So as I was doing this research, there were people of all different nationalities making these empanadas. But even some of the Argentines were making a chimichurri sauce with it. Anytime that happened in a video, the comments were fierce. They were very fierce. Oh my God, absolutely nobody in Argentina eats chimichurri on an empanada. These people were vicious. You know, but it was on the internet, so I tend to believe it's true. In that country of 45 million people, probably nobody in the entire country does eat chimichurri on their empanadas. Though I did see some comments from people that said they lived in Argentina and that they ate them that way. But I don't know. You know, here in the United States, absolutely nobody would put ketchup on a steak. Love you, Patrick Mahomes. But anyway, I digress. Let's make these up. So I'm going to get these off of the cutting board, except the one that I'm working with. Now, I really didn't have a problem with sticking last time, but just in case I did, I put down a little bit of cornmeal. And like I said, though I didn't have the sticking, I did like the texture that it gave my empanadas once they were finished. So we're going to do that again. So we're going to put down just a tiny bit of cornmeal, get that spread around, put our empanada shell down. From here, it's pretty simple. Get a good amount of meat in it. Now, don't go crazy because we got to get this thing sealed up. It's going in, at least half of them are going in a fryer, so we don't want it exploding in there. Got a good amount of meat in there. Next, get your little finger there and dampen the edge of the wrapper. You might even say you need to get it moist. Some people don't like that word moist, so I don't want to use it a bunch of times on this video, moist, but that's what you're doing there. Okay, so now we bring the side over and get that sealed. Okay, so now you're just going to press down around the edges, get it nice and sealed. We got that. Now we get a little artistic. I'm going to take the very corner of the empanada and I'm going to fold it over with my finger. And then that's going to give me a new corner. And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to fold that one over. And I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to fold that one over. And I'm going to do that all the way across the empanada. So if your kids or grandkids or your wife or significant other also likes to cook, this would be a great time to get them in the kitchen and help with this. Because if you're making 50 like I am, this is a lot of folding to do on 50 empanadas. But one, it's going to make it very pretty, and 2, it's going to give it a very good seal. I'm going to show you an alternate way. Like I said before, last time we made these, we went the more traditional Argentine route, and we put 1 olive and we put 6 raisins in each one. But we didn't put the raisins in all of them. So the ones we didn't, we folded those a little bit different. So there you go. There's the finished product. 1 down. The second one, down on the cornmeal again. Good amount of filling in there. Get our edges moist. Just to show. So if you're making 2 different batches, this is your best way to tell them apart. Getting that filling stuck in there, getting the 2 edges meeting, pressing down, making the seal guten tight, which is German for efficiently sealed. Now we get ourselves a fork, and then we go along and crimp the edges. Again, getting that good seal because we don't want it to come apart in the fryer. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna get the other 4 done. Then it's time to cook. So I'm gonna get the air fryer heating up. So I have a Ninja Grill air fryer. So I'm gonna preheat that to 375 degrees, and we're gonna put the empanadas in there for 8 minutes. At about the 4-minute point, we're gonna check them and flip them. I don't know if I need to or not. This is the first time I've done it with an air fryer, so seems like it makes sense. Then we'll also get our fryer going, set that to 350. There, it'll be about 3 or 4 minutes to get them done. So fryer is quicker than the air fryer. However, if you're trying to be a little bit more healthy, we'll see how they turn out. So if you plug your air fryer and your regular fryer in right next to each other, it's possible that you could trip a breaker. That's what we've done. So I got to reorganize. Okay, breaker's been reset. Fryer, air fryer moved to separate circuits. Now we can continue. So what I've learned is, instead of just trying to moisten the edges, which takes forever in precision, heck, just get the whole thing wet. Works fine, lasts a long time. All right, so as not to melt your face off, cut them in half, let them set a few minutes. I know it isn't easy. All right, once again, if you like what you saw today, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Is there something you'd like to see us cook? Write it down in the comments. If you have a comment, write it in the comments. So let's give this a try. So first we'll go with the air fryer. You can definitely see a difference in how they came out. This side's the air fryer, this side is the regular fryer. In the middle there is some of that chimichurri sauce I was talking about before. The filling's great. The wrapper is done, but I can't say it's overly crunchy. Now let's try the fryer one. We'll dip a chimichurri there. I'm sorry. If you want to be a little bit more healthy, you're going to have to give up a little bit. These are incredible. Those were good, the air fryer, but the regular fryer, hands down, wins it. Thank you very much, and see you next time on the Galley of the Sun.